Hi. Thanks, GMP, for the lurk. See you later. Okay. I wanted to clean my glasses, but I'm using the cloth for that to hold the keyboard in place because it slips down. So I won't be singing much today, I guess. So Ying, on today's plan, it's to finish Taku's route fully until the very end. And if I recall correctly, it's a few hours past the interrogation point, maybe 1 hour and a half, 2 hours. So it should be enough content for a full-on stream. So yeah, let's pause this. Let's make the volume higher. And start. Oh boy, I'm so looking forward to play Race Route next. And yeah. Load. In which moment I was? Seriously? Hold on. I need to check in which part I saved. Absolutely. Ask why, answer rationally. I need to check for that. Ask why. Okay, so first ask why.
Positive. 答えてくれ。
As you can see, the game already registers that this has already happened. So I'm going to skip all over that. No choice but to pick up. Also, I'm going to be using the sensor screen very early on the stream. Because the no safe for work scene happened not long after the interrogation. So, yeah. But after that, it's all a story. I swear.
お前は
So negative.
ネガティブ。
That's the answer.
ああ。なあ。
Yeah, this the first time I played the game and I reached this point, I was so scared I got the bad ending. But this happens, this scene with the X-Acto knife, or whatever it's called, it happens every time, regardless of if you choose good or bad ending. And that scared me so much. I keep loading and going back to the previous save file over and over until I notice this happens every time. GMP was here? Yep. Hi there, Mytho. We're skipping over this part. Look at him.
Positive.
And get to the part we haven't seen just yet. Hi. But he doesn't have the guts to kill Towa, for better and for worse. We skip all over this. And then we got the hack. Baby. Yeah, you can do it. You're kind of a coward.
殺す。なんでそんなことになったんだ。
俺の力じゃお前を守りきることができない。だったらいっそ俺自身の手でお前を。
That's something a sane person could absolutely say, am I right?
大好きな母親の形見が遠野の愛人になって
そんなにショックだったのか。
違う。
I was pretty sure I had the right idea, but Taku denied feebly. His eyes were shining with determination.
昔は確かにお前の母親に憧れていた時期もあった。だが違う。そうじゃない。いつの間にか自分でも本当に気づかないくらいに変わっていたんだ。
He hesitated and fell silent.
俺は
最近お前の夢を見る。
夢？
ああ、大体の夢は悪夢だったって感覚が残ってるだけで、内容はよく覚えてない。けど最近は夢の中でお前がいるってわかる。
Taku lips curled in self-deprecation.
悪夢としてか？
いや、
You wish. Well,
夢の
no,
中
not
の俺
really.
は子供で何か恐ろしい存在に怯えてる。けどお前が出てくると安心する。お前から傷の治療や診察を受けてるとき、夢の中と同じ懐かしさを感じるんだ。
Taku closed his eyes and pressed his lips like he was trying to hold something in. I wonder what it is. When he opened his eyes again, they were brimming with resolve.
俺は
I could hear the pain in his voice. I could get him to talk. And now we get the actual
何
good
を引き
ending.
出す？
Also, I think I should lower the volume just a tiny bit. Oh, wait. Now it's overprotective, right? Yes.
過保護。俺に対して過保護だってレイは言ってた。
だろうな。ずっとお前のことを気にかけていた。子供の頃から面倒を見てるんだ。そうなるのも仕方がないだろう。
Got enough. I know what Taku's desire is.
お前の望みを教えてくれ。
俺が本当は何をしたかったのか。
Yes, we asked already. Was this where we chose the bad
Taku.
part last time? Yeah, pretty much. The difference between the good ending and bad ending is in this section of the interrogation. The extra bits we gather like this, depending on which one you choose in this part, you get the good ending or the bad ending. So now, this one.
ポジティブ。話せ。
Then tell me the
そう
truth.
か。
That's the answer.
よし。
You will notice that this is not going to crack. And as you can see, the text is white again. Looks like you already know the answer. Imagine the bad ending. You can go to the previous episode and check the bad ending. Mm.
興味がある。
I'm interested to know what exactly you want. Interest? Can you believe this dude is interested in something in his life? Spill me out.
あ
It's not going to crack. Well, spit it out already. I don't want to talk to you, but I'm not really sure what it is I'm feeling. This is the same dialogue, but as you saw, like, the clock didn't crack, so that's nice. Taku was terrified of what might change if he confessed the truth. He was scared that I would reject him, and then things could never go back to the way they were before. Taku. He has been with horrible people. I don't think you are going to have a problem. And no amount of me telling him otherwise would truly convince him. The only thing that would prove it to him was all the time we have spent together. What had I felt with him over the years that led to today? I will have to talk about it. And now
タクが持つ傷は
is nope. All this time.
ずっと見てきた。
I need to prepare the censoring screen.
お前とは長い付き合いだ。
お前はおとなしい子供だった。静かにうつむいて俺の診察を受けていた。注射にも声一つ出さず、こっちが不安になるくらいにな。
Anytime in this route, I guess. I mean, they are having a pretty deep conversation about what they feel like about each other, about what Taku wants to do. I think overall it's the better place to put that scene, and the rest of this chapter or story, it's much, it's a lot. So yeah, I think this is the best place to put it.
気になって仕方がなかった。頭の片隅にいつもお前のことがあった。
もう迷うことはないな。全部お前にとって譲れないものがあったからそのためにやった。そうだよな。
そうだ。
And as you see, the faces drawn close together. We got the good ending. Yeah. I need to prepare to censor. I don't want to get punked.
「子供の頃からお前をずっと見ているうちに、いつからか守りたいと思うようになったんだ。
The nice, relaxing, happy music. Finally.
初めは純粋な親心みたいなものだった。この子の成長をこれから先もずっと見守りたいと、そう思っていた。だが、お前が成長するにつれて、何か俺の中で違う気持ちが芽生えているような気がしたんだ。
I will say this is Twitter's worst nightmare, but everything about this game is Twitter's worst nightmare, so never mind.
それも長年見守ってきた情なんだろうと思ってた。そう納得してたんだ。お前がボロボロになって帰ってきたことがあっただろう。
I thought back to that day, the shootout that took my right eye. At St. Komi General's Hospital, Taku removed my exploded eyeball. Personally, I didn't miss it much, but it must have changed me in a subconscious level. Taku pretty much. Also, Asakura with the whole his whole part of the game in general. That part on its own, I'm glad it paid off in a way that it was not what I thought it would end up being, thank God. Yeah. Granted, I was always a bit of a vagabond, but after that incident, I stopped coming home almost entirely. That said, I was living alone in a condo that Sakaki had acquired for me, so I wasn't too attached to it. It was around then that Euphoria first started painting people's desires too. As a result, I started getting injured more often, and Taku would tune me out while he administered first aid. Then he opened his clinic, and I started coming to get eye checkup. When I heard the third floor apartment was empty, I started hanging out there whenever I was bored. Then at some point I progressed to sleeping there. Taku always rolled his eyes at me, but never tried to kick me out. On the contrary, he said it made my appointments a lot quicker. After that, I officially moved in. Later on, I went a little overboard and got badly injured during a euphoric episode. I was still an amateur at reading people, and the guy did a number on me. I'm not surprised. As I walked down the street dripping blood, I was sure I was going to die that night. And the next thing I knew, I was standing outside the clinic. I could still remember the look on Taku's face. He was so enraged, you would think the whole world had come to an end.
あの時本当は苦しくて悔しくて気が変になりそうだった。真面目な顔でお前の怪我の手当てをしながら心の中ではパニックになってたんだ。自分でも抑えきれなくて悩んで悩み抜いて結局考えるのをやめた。お前のひどい姿を見て一時的なショックを受けただけで忘れちまえば収まるだろうと。
Little did you know that was going to happen on regular basis.
だがお前が朝倉に傷つけられた姿を見たときまた同じ苦しさが蘇ってきて、それで俺はお前を失いたくない、絶対に手放したくないって。お前はおふくろさんに似てないよ、まったくな。
As he spoke, a small blissful smile crept out on his face.
お前のそばにいたい。できることならお前をずっと守りたい。
He hung his head like he had run out of energy.
本当にすまない。こんなことを言う資格は俺にはないんだ。お前にひどいことをしたんだから。
At least in this part of the game, he feels sorry. That's a good starting point.
ひどいこと。
Is he going to say?
お前に。
He grimaced bitterly. Then I realized what he was probably about to say.
俺に埋めたウェブタグのことか。
Hey, there it is. His eyes flew open and he looked at me in disbelief.
どうしてそれを。
いろいろあってエイジから俺の部屋に電話がかかってきた。その時に全部聞いた。
エイジか。
Taku slammed his shoulders in defeat.
本当にやったんだな。
ああ。
Without looking up, he continued.
きっかけは朝倉に傷つけられたお前の姿を見た時だった。朝倉の傷の縫合手術をした時にお前の背にウェブタグを埋めたんだ。あの時の俺は完全に同化してた。手術を終えて冷静になると後悔が押し寄せてきた。本当に謝っても許されないことをした。
He let out a heavy sigh.
だが朝倉のことがあってから俺は最悪の状況ばかり考えるようになった。
Yeah, I mean, he's the only one that we know had the possibility to do it to start with, so...
ふらふらと出歩くお前が俺の知らないところで手遅れになったらと、その考えが頭をちらついて気が苦しそうだった。
Like, after all, he's always the one that takes care of Towa whenever he gets badly injured, so like, he really is the only one who could do it.
だとしてもそんなことは言い訳にならない。 許してくれとは言わない。本当に悪かった。ウェブタグは必ず取り出す。お前が望むなら今すぐにでも。
Emotion welled up, and his expression twisted in pain. Are web tags that easy to remove then? I mean, easy in the fact that if you have someone that knows where it is placed, like, doing it right here, right now, these have to be, like, fairly easy to remove, I guess. The winner's I mean...
怖いんだ。母親を助けられなかったあの日から何かを失うということがとてつもなく怖い。
許されなくてもいいと本当に思ってるのか。
Quietly, I broke my extended silence, and he stiffened.
それは
目を見ろ。
Hesitantly, he met my gaze.
許されなくても本当にいいのか。
それは
Put your seats together!
だが
Come on!
答えろ。
I stared straight into his eyes.
許されたいよ。お前に
There we go.
許してほしい。
Eh. See, it wasn't that hard. The moment the words left his lips, I railed my left hand into a fist and decked him in the face. Let's go. I wasn't just punching with my left hand, and it tingled.
これでチャラだ。
Okay. I started crying. I mean, he is.
とは
But at least now, like, he can keep on going and living, hopefully in way, like, at ease with himself, hopefully.
ウェブタグは取り除けよ。
Following his plan, he grit his teeth and stared at the floor.
本当に悪かった。ありがとう。
But Taku. His voice shook ever so slightly. Just then, there came a knock at the door. Who now? Taku looked up and glared sternly in the direction of the sound.
おい、寝てんのか？
It was the midhead who had it out for me. Notice to the key! Taku walked to the door. He opened it and the other man peeked in.
なんだ？あんたか？
I hate you so much.
怪我の様子を見てたんだ。
そうか。兄貴がその怪我野郎に伝言だ。あと1時間くらいで戻るから、兄貴の部屋で待ってろだと。
わかった。
Taku quietly closed the door, then walked back to me. He wore a bitter scowl on his face.
遠野がお前を呼んでる。
Suddenly, I moved to get up, but Taku gently pressed a hand to my shoulder to stop me. Without a word, he gazed into my eye. Is it? I think it's coming.
行かないと。
I think it's coming.
ダメだ。
そういうルールだ。愛人としての。
You mean you are his little puppet, basically. His fingers dug into my shoulder.
それでもダメだ。
遠野が機嫌を損ねて暴れるぞ。
それでも
Beating his lip, he shook his head.
ダメだ。愛人なんて。愛人なんてやめろ。
ここにいる限り無理だ。
俺の方が無理だ。
Out of nowhere, he started screaming. Then he grabbed my other shoulder.
お前が塔の相手にするなんて考えたくない。
He's kind of cute.
そうなるくらいならやっぱり
Never mind.
殺してしまいそうだ。
Never mind. Bro. Calm down. Chill out. It's okay. The look in his eye had surpassed desperation straight to madness. Quietly, I gazed back at him.
お前はどうしたい？ 言えよ。
He closed his eyes in resignation, then looked at me once more.
お前に対する気持ちはずっと肉親の情に近いんだと思ってたんだ。
You know what I like? Is that
違った。
he's supposed to be like a yandere? But he's not the extreme kind of yandere that you see on anime. It's a more realistic depiction of it, which is kind of interesting. You don't see that often.
俺は
He paused there, but quickly found the will to continue.
お前に惹かれてるんだ。
Amor cute yandere.
俺だけを見てほしいと思ってる。
It's certainly a type.
だから遠野の愛人なんてやめろ。
His fingers slowly grew tighter and tighter. I let out a cackle and he scolded.
人に言わせておいて笑うなよ。
いや、昔からずっとこうだったと思って。
昔から？
タクはいつも俺のことを心配して真剣に俺を見てた。
Every time he examined me, it triggered this ticklish sense of nostalgia, and I found it strangely smoothing. I had probably always felt it, but only after I began to focus on Taku did I truly become aware of it. It was a feeling drawn out from the forgotten memories of my past. When I was a kid, I probably yearned for my appointments with Taku. Whenever he showed up, that was how I knew it will be alright. After all, he would always make the pain go away. When I was young, I must have sensed that he was the only one who seriously cared about my well-being.
覚えてるのか？昔のことを。
なんとなく。それに夢にお前が出てきたって言っただろ。
確かに。
子供の頃の俺はお前が来ると安心した。お前が来るのをずっと待ってた。こいつは唯一俺を守ってくれる大人だって思って。
とは。
そう考えるとこうしてずっと一緒にいるのも不思議なことじゃないのかもな。
Was in the picture. I think it has been presented already that whenever his mom it shows on his dreams, it's usually making him not very comfortable.
お前のそばにいるのは居心地がいいって思ってたんだから。
Like that one dream in which she was smiling, she wanted to run away or something like that, if I remember. So, furthermore, I had never admitted to it out loud, but I will never admit it out loud, but I could remember how I felt when Taku got shot. In that moment, it felt like I suddenly lost my footing in the world. I had suddenly. If I had to guess, it was probably the fear of losing him. I had never confronted that feeling until the moment I thought he might have died. Now I understood. That was the moment I stopped taking him for granted.
愛人はやめる。
He looked at me in confusion. Then he fixed me with a probing gaze.
それはどういう意味だ？
やめた方がいいだろ。
もちろんそうだが、
正直恋愛感情だとかそういうのはよくわからないけど、俺はずっとお前のそばにいるのは悪くないと感じてた。
Thank you.
とは
それに面白い言葉も聞けた。
面白い。
I let the silence fall, holding eye contact. I slowly lean in.
他の誰かに取られるくらいなら殺すなんてお前の口から聞くとは思わなかった。
Fair enough, fair enough.
誰かに取られなかったとしたら、俺がお前のものになるとしたらどうするのか教えろよ。
Sorry.
とは
Squinting affectionately, he reached out and gently stroked my cheek. Is this going to happen now? They have to prepare. Then his hand slipped behind my hand and pulled me close. I think... Should I mute? Let me mute, just in case. Yeah. The music. This song. Remember the other times in which we had a scene with the main character of each chapter? It was a different one. This is the good ending song for those scenes. I appreciate the fact that it's different, but yeah, I have to mute. It started. Okay. For its good ending, that's for the song that plays at the very end when the credits are rolling. This is the song that plays in the not safe for work moments at the end. Well, yeah, in the good endings, because it's supposed to be a different kind of scene. Like the vibe, it's very different from the ones that happened prior to this moment. What's ending? Let's speedrun this. I mean, technically speaking, I can show this one, but I don't think I want. Yeah, I don't think I want to show. He's like seeing his scars and being like, oh, I sealed these scars and put them together. Don't worry. I'm sorry, Taku and Taku, you're not going to have the time to enjoy this. A speedrun. I can definitely not show this. Can you hear the clicks? Man, this one is long. These scenes at the end of each route tend to be longer. I cannot show this. Oh yeah, I remember. These scenes tend to be more focused on making sure Towa feels loved and cared, And Towa feels extremely out of it and very weird about the fact that someone genuinely cares about him, that he's like, can't you please stop this? I don't like this. It's kind of cute. It's weird seeing him like, wait, what is happening? I don't understand this. His face. So face, the face move away. I cannot show. Wait, hold on. I have to be extremely careful. Like, please, he's vampire. Please. It's so cute. It's so cute. But one day, face for him, yeah. It's just so cute. Taku is like, look at him, look at me, hold on, let me backlog. Wait, no, hold on. You weren't able to hear.
こっち向いて。
Look at me.
嫌だ。
I don't wanna. So cute. Let me mute again. Like this. And then you know, like, yeah. Like aquí, yeah, it's very cute. This one is long. Are you guys done, please? I cannot say that. Are they done? Are they done? I think they are done. Okay, I think they are done. Please don't scare me. I think this is it. After we got out of bed, I pulled off the rest of my clothes and crept into bed. I hadn't noticed any pain while my broken arm was screaming at me. Nothing. Tanto enfoques. Yes. That was long. Nothing I couldn't handle, but then Taku found out about it. But when Taku found out about it, he gave me painkillers from the first aid kit and a cup of water. I took the pills with some water, then let myself down on my back. Taku sat on the edge of the bed.
辛くないか。
ああ、
そうか。
Relieved, he nodded to himself. then let out a tired laugh. I'm remembering one scene after Ray's good ending scene. It's like one line of dialogue that it was so funny. I don't remember if this route has something similar. I saw him an inquiring look and he slowly shook his head.
いや、なんだか昔のことを思い出してな。
He gazed wistfully into the distance.
お前は子供の頃、しょっちゅう怪我をしていたし、体も弱くて熱を出すことが多かった。だが、お前のおふくろさんは仕事で家を空けることが多くてな。お前、あの頃は全然喋らなくてな。笑ったり怒ったりすることもあまりなくて、妙に大人びてたよ。
可愛げのない子供ってやつか。
いや、どっちかというと心配してたよ。よく言えばおとなしくて手がかからないんだが、男の子ってのは好き勝手に暴れるくらいが普通だろ。だからあの時は家庭環境に問題があるんじゃないかとか、その後も大変なことが続いて、お前はあまり覚えてないみたいだが。
そんなに悲惨だったのか。
His expression darkened.
まあ、そうだな。
俺の母親は惚れてたんだろ。
惚れてたっていうより憧れてたんだ。綺麗な人だったからな。
どんな女だった？
俺もお前を診察する時しか会わなかったんだが、優しそうではあったな。それにいつも寂しそうにしてるというか、儚さみたいなもんがあったよ。何かを内に秘めているんだろうって思わせるような、そういう雰囲気があった。
He pursed his lips. Silence fell, and drowsiness began to creep over me. Maybe I was just that relieved to have Taku around. As I was nodding off, I noticed him looking at me like he had something on his mind.
何？
うん。
言えよ。
I keep cutting Taku, I'm sorry. He averted his gaze like he was debating whatever to say it. Then finally he looked back at me.
いや、いい。気にするな。
は？
This was the opposite of what I expected after that long pregnant pause. I frowned.
気になる。
大したことじゃない。
I voiced my dissatisfaction in the form of a big exaggerated sign. He smiled stiffly, yeah. Then composed himself and looked back at me intently.
いろいろと本当にすまなかった。ウェブタグも必ず外す。
あ
あとはどうのか。
それなんだけど。
I used my left arm to push myself into a sitting position. He hastily reached out to help me.
トーノは本土の連中を巻き込むためのパーティーを計画していて、開催されるのは1週間後。そのために薬の完成を急いでるんだよな。
ああ、1週間後の午後5時だ。
俺たちがトーノに捕まる前、五十嵐がクリニックの地下から薬の試作品を盗んだって知ってるか？
そうだったのか。
He pressed a hand to his mouth in contemplation.
遠野には報告しなかったんだが、確かに試作品が消えていた。だから間違いなく誰かが入ったとは思ってたんだ。そうか、五十嵐君だったか。
試作品は今エイジが持ってる。エイジはそれを本土の警察へ持っていくつもりらしい。けどそれだけじゃ遠野を潰すには弱いから、お前に証言してほしいって。
Welcome back, GMP.
なるほど、証言か。
And surprisingly, he looked conflicted about it. If he testified, he could get arrested too.
どうする？
And he seems very bold. AG is everywhere.
やろう。
He lowered the hand from his mouth and nodded firmly.
いいのか？
ああ、最初から逃げるつもりはない。遠野に協力したことは事実だからな。
I mean, he deals with information and all of that. And he was on Sakaki's room when Toga went for a meeting, so I assume he has a rather high position in the Takasa Togumi, at least on Sakaki's faction. So.
そうか。できるだけ時間稼ぎをしてくれ。エイジからまた連絡があるはずだから。
Just then, someone started pounding on the door.
おい、寝てるのか？
遠野だ。
Taku rose to his feet and answered the door. There stood Tono, visibly furious.
なんでお前がいる？
ドアの様子を見てたんだ。かなりひどいからな。
さすがに骨折は答えたか。
He scoffed.
とにかくドアは絶対安静だ。
うるさい。お前、薬はどうした？もう完成してるのか？
目処は立ってる。あと少しだ。
だったら早く仕事に戻れ。もう時間がない。
間に合うかは保証できないと最初に言っただろう。時間が足りないと。
それでも終わらせるという契約だ。
ああ、分かってる。
I mean, I don't think you let him room to say no.
当たり前だ。
With that warning, he walked off. Taku signed, shut the door, and returned to the bed.
遠野はかなり苛立ってるな。ひとまず俺は戻るが、時間稼ぎは何とかしてみる。それと、お前に手出しをするなとも言っておく。
聞かないだろ、そんなの。
説得する。1週間、お前は部屋から出ないようにしてくれ。
ああ、エイジから連絡があったら伝える。
His expression stiff, he stroked my hair and left the room. We win something. What do you mean? One week later. At last, it was the day of Tono's party. Per Taku's instruction, I only left my room when Tono called for me. That being said, the guy was clearly super busy since he only called for me a handful of times, and Lolly to serve him both. Maybe Taku really did convince him to cut me a break. As I sat on the bed, I looked at the digital clock on the bedside table. Tono's party was now just 1 hour away. But there was still no word from Neiji. Right as I started to worry that we would run out of time, there was a knock at the door. I rose to my feet and walked to the door. On the other side stood the woman with the bobcat. She looked a bit flustered.
おい、何やってる？
Oh, why are you always there? A loud voice bellowed down the hall, and the blurry guy came storming over to us. Great, this clown again. The woman looked over her shoulder and froze.
なんでこんなところにって、またお前か。
He took a look at me and his face twisted in fury.
こんな男に色目使ってどうするんだ？バカか？
そんな。
部屋へ戻れ。
He grabbed her by the arm.
やめてください。
She flailed, trying to shake him off. I don't know what that means.
おとなしくしろ。
She looked at me imploringly. But it wasn't fear I saw in her eyes. She seemed full of determination. Reflexively, I slammed my shoulder into her attacker.
何しやがる！
While he was distracted with the woman, I wrapped my left arm around his neck and put my elbow to his throat, and squeezing as hard as I could. He struggled to escape my grip, but I used all my strength to hold on, steadily choking him. Eventually, he went limp, passed out apparently. I laid him down on the floor, then looked over at the woman.
ありがとうございます。
Acidly, she offered me something.
これ
It was a cell phone.
昨日出先から帰ってくる時にこの携帯電話をあなたに渡してくれって頼まれて。
店誰に頼まれたんだ？
エイジさんです。知ってますよね？
ああ。
In fact, he was the very person I was hoping to hear from. But how did this chick know AG? Before I could ask, I decided to stuff the phone in my pants pocket, grab the gun, and drag him into my room. That's a good idea. She saw what I was doing and grabbed his feet, helping me hold him in. Just in case, we tied his hands and feet with the bathrobe belts and stuffed a washcloth into his mouth. Once I made sure he was out cold, I turned back to the woman.
エイジの知り合いなのか？
はい。
She made no attempt on explaining further. But we didn't really have time to get into the details anyway, so I pulled out the cell phone. Saved in the address book was a single entry. I hit the call button.
父さん、
ああ。
よかった。彼女がちゃんと渡してくれたんですね。
どういう知り合いなんだ？
今はちょっと言えないです。すみません。それより前に使った遠野さんの専用回線、思ってたより早く使用不可にされちゃったんです。まだ僕が使ったってことはバレてないと思うんですけど、念のためにリサさんにお願いしたんです。あ、リサさんってこの電話を渡してくれた人です。
I glanced over my shoulder at Lisa-san standing a short distance away.
そっちの状況は？
準備完了してます。パーティーの開催になんとか間に合いました。
どうするつもりだ？
それは秘密です。でもきっとうまくいきますよ。トワさんは村瀬先生と一緒にいてください。あとはリサさんが誘導してくれます。
誘導？
すみません、もう切らないと。ではでは、健闘を祈ります。
And with that, he hung up on me. I turned back to Lisa.
エイジとの関係は？
She looked back at me silently. No fear remained in her eyes, just a strong sharp light.
ここではちょっと。ただあなたを騙しているとかそういったことはないわ。絶対に。
Evidently, she and Eiji had some kind of secret connection, but I decided not to waste any more time pressing the issue.
この部屋にはこいつがいるから、あなたは知り合いのところへ行った方がいいわね。
She looked at the likely lying unconsciously on the floor.
あんたは？
やることがあるから後で迎えに来るわ。あなたは先に出て。それとその携帯電話は持って行ってね。
わかった。
At her prompting, I stuffed I stuffed the phone back into my pants pocket, then reached for the doorknob but stopped. I went back to the unconscious guy crouched down and searched his body. In the interior side pocket of his jacket, I found something metallic. I reached in to check, and sure enough, it was a handgun. I pulled it out, tucked it in my belt behind my back, then left the room. He has a gun! He has a gun! Lisa started to shut the door after me, but paused.
気をつけて。
With that, she closed the door. I hurried off to Taku's research room. Right as I was about to enter, I heard Taku's voice over my shoulder.
だからあと少しだ。少しだけ待ってくれ。最終確認が取れてないんだ。わかってる。ああ。わかった。
Apparently, he was on the phone. Once he went quiet, I opened the door and walked in. He looked up from his cell phone.
とわ、無事だったか？
エイジから連絡があった。お前と待ってるようにって。
そうか。
He signed and frowned at me.
彼は一体何をするつもりなんだ？
さあな、 パーティーの開催までに間に合ったとは言ってたけど。
He looked at the digital clock on the corner of the table.
パーティーが始まるのは午後5時。あと1時間もない。
今の電話、遠野か？
ああ、かなり焦ってる。だが、もともと与えられた時間が少なすぎたんだ。
Just then the cell phone in my pocket started to buzz. I pulled it out and raised it to my ear.
もしもし、そちらの状況はいかがですか？
タクと合流した。
了解です。30分後に行動を起こしますので、それまでに薬に関するデータをまとめておいてください。リサさんが迎えに来たらデータを持って一緒に逃げてください。
わかった。
ではでは。
Taku looked at me strangely.
なんだって？
30分後に行動を起こすから、それまでに薬のデータをまとめろって。
データは全部この中にまとめてある。
He grabbed a USB drive off the desk and held it up for me to see.
あと30分か。何をするつもりなんだろうな。
建物ごと爆破でもするつもりじゃないのか？
Maybe. Couldn't be surprised. I donned a playful grin. I don't know how to read. 30 minutes later. Outside, I heard gunshots and a stampede of footsteps. Taku walked to the door, peered outside, then walked back.
キレキレにしか聞こえなかったが、爆発とパーティー会場って言葉が聞こえてきたぞ。
He went for it.
予想が当たったな。
そのようだ。
He ran and shook his head wearily.
出る準備は？
USB も完成間近の試作品も持ってる。
エイジの知り合いが迎えに来るらしい。
知り合い？どういう知り合い？
Suddenly, the sounds of a fight rang out from the hall. There was a mouth groan, and then all went quiet. A moment later, there was a slight knock at the door.
私よ。
Did she know whoever was outside? Hi, Vito. Did Lisa just knock down whoever was outside the room? I walked to the door and opened it. She hurried into the door, dragging the body of some guy. Yes, she did!
ちょっとそこで揉めちゃって。ごめんなさい。入れてくれる？
It was one of Tono's guns, unconscious. Taku looked at Lisa in shock.
君がやったのか？
揉めたから足を引っ掛けたら勝手に転んだのよ。
She answered casually as she shut the door behind her, then dropped the guy to the floor.
時間がないわ。行きましょう。
Taku looked at me, perplexed.
行こ
わかった。
必要なものは持った？
あ、
With Lisa leading the way, we left the room. The hallway was empty, but it still felt like someone was watching us, probably a result of all the tension in the air.
ここから出る方法があるのか？
Taku called after Lisa as we walked.
このフロアに関係者専用のバーがあるでしょ。そこのスタッフルームから1階の裏口へ出られるのよ。
君は遠野の下で働いてるスタッフなのか？
そんなところね。
She walked briskly towards the bar area.
パーティー会場の他に遠野が経営してる店の一つでも爆発があったみたいで大騒ぎよ。ここにいた人たちもほとんどかき集められてるんじゃないかしら。
どっちも彼が。
ええ。
You don't want to mess with Eiji. Before long, the bar came into view, no one inside. We walked in and descended the spiral staircase to the main floor. The lights were off, and the incoming nightscape glittered beyond the windows. At the bottom of the stairs, Lisa suddenly came to a stop. Likewise, Taku and I stopped short and looked ahead. There, in the center of the room, illuminated by the moonlight. You fucker. Was Tono, pointing a gun in our faces. Next to him, his subordinates had their guns drawn as well.
遠野。
村瀬、薬はどうした？それにお前らグルだったのか？
He pointed his enraged smile at Lisa next.
大方 スタッフルームから1階へ出ようとでも思ってたんだろう。
Scoffing, he jerked his chin in the direction of the nearby door.
どうして分かったのかって。俺の個人回線が誰かに使われたという報告が入ってな。どうせお前たちだろうと思って監視を強化したんだよ。
Evidently, I wasn't delusional when I sensed someone watching us.
そうしたら案の定パーティー会場と俺の店がドカーンだ。さすがの俺も頭に血が上ってお前たちが部屋から出たという報告があったんでな。後をつけさせた。ところが以降の動きがないとの報告が上がってきた。
At least I don't feel bad cutting him off.
ようやく村瀬が悪あがきをやめて観念したのかと思ったらこれだ。
Suddenly, Tono thrust out his gun and pulled the trigger without hesitation. On reflex, we all hit the floor, but Taku granted grimacing, and dark red stain had appeared on his right coat sleeve, and it was slowly growing. It wasn't the first time he had taken a bullet protecting me from Tono. The memories fired up in my mind.
おい、やっていいぞ。どうせもう逃げられないからな。
Robotically, Tono's subordinates trained their guns at us, on us as we lay on the floor. Taku yanked on my arms, trying to pull me behind him.
Taku!
I promptly recoiled. I didn't want them to hurt him to turn him into Swiss cheese. Okay. But just then, one of the men yelled and dropped his gun. I looked over and spotted a small slender blade sticking out of the back of his hand.
さっき入った部屋で拝借しておいたの。役に立ったわね。
She announced boldly. Evidently, he had helped herself to some scalpels when she came to pick us up.
お前
Lisa turned her scalpel on Tono. With a venomous glare, he fired his gun. Her petite body flew backwards, and she collapsed to the floor.
おい
Taku rushed to her side like he had forgotten his own injury entirely. She was curled into a ball, and there was a scarlet stain over her abdomen.
私は平気。それより
Grimancing, she shot a pained look at Tono's direction.
何なんだお前らは。
Tono spoke matter-of-factly as he held the gun. Taku rose to his feet, squaring off against him. His brow was sweating, probably from the pain of the gunshot. Tono lowered his head slightly and pointed his gun at Taku.
トーノ、お前には本当に感謝してる。お前の助けなしに今の俺はなかった。
恩をあだで返すのがお前流の感謝なのか。
そう思われても仕方がない。だが俺は人を助けたくて医者になったんだ。だからお前に従うことはできない。
And as you put that in chat, it got even more dramatic.
今さら善人ぶるなよ。それでお前の罪が消えるとでも。
罪は必ず償う。俺はもう自分に言い訳をして逃げるのはやめたんだ。
あいつのせいか。
Tono flicking his gun in my direction.
トラは俺にきっかけを与えてくれた。それだけだ。
きっかけね。母親にの陰媒にたぶらかされただけじゃないのか。
違う。
どうだかな。
いい加減にしろ。
Just then, Taku's entire body shifted. His smoke swam angrily, dyed faintly red.
お前はどうやったって榊さんには勝てない。お前こそ 無駄な悪あがきはやめろ。
Tono's expression twisted in fury. Ahí, donde más duele. While he was distracted, I slowly slid a hand around to my back. Then I pulled the gun out of my belt and clicked the safety off.
地獄へ落ちろ。
Glaring at Taku, Tonos squeezed the trigger. And at that very instant, I fired my gun at Taku. At Taku? No, at Tono! At Tono! Not at Taku! At Tono! Ah! The worst moment of I cannot read so far, I will say. Jesus. The recoil made my aunt jolt upwards. Shut up! But my bullet struck his gun. It clattered loudly to the floor. Can you imagine? At that precise moment, Taku charged full speed and both Taku. No, Tono's over. I'm going to drink water. Give me a moment. I clearly cannot read anymore. Please, read properly. It's an important moment.
くそ。
As they rested on the floor, Taku grabbed both of his arms and pinned him. They are wrestling, for real, for real.
話せ。
The meme was
地獄へ
real.
落ちるのはお前だよ。
I walked over and thrust the barrel of my gun at Tono's forehead. He froze, looking at me with bloodshot eyes. Then Taku got up and reached for my gun. We exchanged a silent look. He nodded and gently took it out of my hand. Then he pointed it at Tono. Tonos stared back at Taku. Aghast? I wonder how to what I said. Poor woman. Taku put his finger on the trigger. His eyes were filled with quiet, intense determination. He was ready to finish this. Silently, I looked at him. His fingers tightened and pulled the trigger. A running explosion rent the air, followed by silence. Pale smoke rose from the barrel of the gun in Taku's hand. But at the floor, not Tono. Tono froze, dazed. But Taku's expressions didn't shift an inch. He just quietly stared back at Tono.
俺もお前も最低のクズだ。だが、俺はお前と同じところまで落ちるつもりはない。
With that low groan, he lowered the gun. After that, the mainland police arrived at the scene and took Tono into custody. Custody. Ah, bro, why I cannot read? I hate it. Everyone at the party venue was rounded up, including the politicians and other authority figures. Just as promised, AG took the pill samples to the mainland police and told them of Tono's plan. Fortunately for Lisa, Tono's bullet wasn't fatal. She and the rest of us were taken down to the station as material witnesses. They researched the hotel building and found comatose individuals who had overdosed on the experimental drug, plus several corpses. But while the investigation proceeded without a hitch, Sinkomi could probably never go back to the way it used to be. For many years, the Takasatogumi had rejected the mainland's involvement, but now things were different. From here on, the authorities would start to clean the place up. After a long period of questioning, Taku and I returned home from the mainland. Tono had shut down the clinic. When we finally made it back, we found Ray waiting for us at the door. The moment he laid eyes on us, he burst into tears and joyfully celebrated our reunion. Taku was charged as an accomplice to the Takasatogumi and indicted for falsifying medical documents. We were prepared for him to be detained until he was formally sentenced, but surprisingly enough, they let him out on bail. Because he had no prior criminal record and fully cooperated with the authorities, they decided he wasn't going to destroy any evidence or escape town. I pulled out my cell phone and checked the GPS. I knew he lived somewhere nearby, but this was my first time actually going there. I stepped out of the silent clinic and started walking. It's kind of a mess. One day while he was out on bail, I visited his house for the first time. Even Taku was surprised to realize he had never invited me over in all this year we have known each other. He laughed and said, we probably see enough of each other at the clinic anyway. Like the sunroom at the clinic, his house was fairly cluttered. The dining table was covered in flyers and papers, and the sink was full of dirty dishes. He sat me down on the sofa, went into another room to retrieve something, then came back. It was a photo of a young boy. The boy was sitting with a perfect posture and smiling shyly.
それ、お前だぞ。
Like, the difference. The difference. Honestly, I found it hard to believe that kid was me. It just looked like some random kid. But apparently this was what I was like when I was younger. So it's such a contrast from how he is now. You couldn't believe this kid would end up like being like Taku. As I stared down blankly at the photo, Taku sat next to me and then they put a hand to my back.
背中の傷、どうだ？
You see, I recently had surgery to remove the webcam from my body. It happened a few days ago since Taku wanted to get it done before he went to prison. It aches on occasion but otherwise didn't hurt. I shook my head and he let out a sign of relief.
その写真、自分だって実感は湧かないか？
Pretty much. He smiled really at me.
お前のおふくろさんに食事に誘われた時、レストランで撮ったんだ。少し照れくさそうな顔してるだろう。お前もそのくらいの頃はまだ恥じらいってもんがあったんだな。
そりゃこの年で今と同じだったらいろいろとやばい。
He cackled in amusement.
まあな。だがこの頃からお前はどこか放っておけない空気があったよ。目を離した隙に折れちまうんじゃないかって思うような危うさがあった。その印象だけは今も変わらん。お前は危なっかしくて放っておけないよ。
だったら早く帰ってこいよ。
I looked directly into his eyes and he nodded faintly.
ああ、必ず戻ってくる。だから待っててくれ。
In response, I leaned in and kissed him. Oh, cute. As our lips brushed, he reached out and gently took my hand. Then, as we pulled away, I laced my fingers with his. So cute! Who would have thought Towa would end up like this? I will atone for my crimes and come back to you, I promise. So please, wait for me. And thank you for accepting who I am. After that, Taku was tried and sentenced for 2 years in prison. Way longer. We have been going for 1 hour and 17 minutes. A pretty lenient sentence, in my opinion. The clinic had closed temporarily, but since the main practitioner was now a convicted criminal, it could probably never open its door again. After my aunt healed, I spent every day in the deserted clinic focused purely on my art. I had filled multiple sketchpads and several canvases. All of them were portraits of Taku. Every now and then, Ray would bring me some food, claiming he was worried about me holding up in my apartment. Ultimately, he became my lifeline. Without his food, I probably would have ignored my own hunger until I starved to death. He be like that still. Then, about a year later. By the time Taku was let out on good behavior, I had painted dozens of new paintings. But I was particularly obsessed with one of them, and I worked on it for hours and hours. Only when Ray informed me about Taku's return did I finally set down my brush. Which brings us to today. Cigarette starting from my lips, I stood at the front gates of a mainland correction facility. Multiple cigarette butts lie scattered at my feet. Somehow I just couldn't relax. Maybe I was actually nervous for a chance. My new cigarette swiftly burned down to the filter. I dropped it to the ground and crushed it under my heel. But right as I was about to light another, I spot a short-haired man walking towards the gate from the other side, carrying a navy blue duffel bag. Beside the unlit cigarette between my lips, I found my gaze turned to him. The security guards opened the iron gates. The man bowed at them, then continued walking. As he passed through the gates, he spotted me and stopped short. I pinched the cigarette between my lips and raised it in greeting. He stared at me stunned. Then his expression scrambled and struggled to don a smile. Slowly but surely, Taku walked up to me. I hadn't seen him in a while. He looked a little older, plus he had a buzz cut now, but he seemed stronger somehow. As he approached, I took a step forward. Then I slowly opened my mouth to speak. Look at him with long hair!
ただいま。
We were just 2 feet apart. The distance between us really drove home just how much time had passed. His smile was plain and a little sigh.
迎えに来てくれたんだな。
ああ。
The awkward small talk swiftly petered out. I looked at him and noted the tension. What was there to talk about? Chat Taku and housewife Towa. Just then I remembered. I had a question I had been meaning to ask, but never found the right time. This wasn't exactly the best time either, but I had to admit it could make for an interesting icebreaker. So I opened my mouth and said,
あの時言いかけてやめたこと、結局何だったんだ？
あの時
he frowned at the sudden question.
ああ、遠野のホテルで俺を抱いた時だよ。
Amazing thing to start talking after 1 year without looking at each other nice. Taku blushed and averted his gaze in a panic.
何か言ったんだったか。
だから言いかけてやめたんだよ。
He seemed to remember. He nodded to himself, then looked back at me. The look on his face said, "Are you kidding me?" But that embarrassment slowly turned serious.
俺だけを見てくれって言おうとしたんだ。
Cute CG.
お前はもともと不特定多数と遊ぶのを楽しんでただろ。だからそれはもうやめてほしいと言おうと思ったんだ。今はどうなんだ？
He looked at me worriedly, but as time passed, in silence, he steadily grew more and more anxious. I let out a breath.
バカバカしい。
Then my lips curled in a grin.
俺がここにいるのが答えだろ。
Look at him being happy for once in his life. And that is Taku's good ending. We finished the first route of the game. How was it? The first proper good ending we get in the game. Yeah. This means the next time we can start race route. Kind of simple. I think the reason why it's because there are still a lot of points about Towa in general that we don't get to learn, about the Takasato Kumi, about Sakaki, Tono and all of that. But this is the best way it can play off following Taku. Because even though he was involved, his life doesn't fully revolve around all that mess. So, he happy. I don't think it's fan service per se, because I think this route, the summary for it is basically ignorance is a bliss. Because even though Taku knows about his past, he decided not to tell him anything. So yeah, all the routes explore different kind of happiness for like different characters, and this is Taku's happiness and the version of Towa's happiness with Taku. I don't know how to explain it. In English it's very hard. But yeah, something along those lines. In Rei's route we explore his happiness, in Madarame's route it's his, and in Fujieda's it's like his, so kind of like that. It's not like all problems are gone, it's mostly like we don't know them kind of thing. And after I know everything, I came to appreciate this ending more, because it's a lot to deal with, and I can tell why Taku decided to go for a more calm life without telling and inform Towa of everything. I know why he chose to do that, so in a way I appreciate that. I'm home. Welcome back, fully, we finished it. On the golden page. I mean, technically speaking, it's simple, but we had to deal with Tono, so that matter, I don't think it was simple at all. But it's like the best way it could play out. But again, there are other 3 routes to this game. Full endings, yeah. And in all of them we learn more and more stuff. So when we reach the final route, wow. So look forward for that. Alternative futures, pretty much. Is the true ending Fujieda? I will say so, yeah. Because it's the one in which all secrets are fully revealed. So even though it's the technically true ending, you can just go with whoever you like the most. Okay. Oh, okay, it's GMP. I cannot escape, because if I escape, we don't get the final CG that you can get if you complete every single possible ending in this game. I couldn't hold it, it's fine. At the end of every game, by Naruto Plus Child, we get a final CG after you finish every single possible ending. You get like a congrats one, and it's pretty cute, and I want you guys to see that. That's why I'm doing all the bad endings and in an order. It's not necessary to follow that order, but I think it's the best way to show all of them in a way that feels organic when playing this on stream. So yeah. Thanks for bringing the game. Where is my physical edition? Thank you. Where is it? And now pay attention to the screen. Pay attention to... And now we got also this. See how things slowly change? Not only every time after credit scene, after you finish one good ending for a route, you get the canvases for all the paintings towards that. We now get access to the bonus content that I cannot show because they scream. I cannot show because I don't want to get bonked. And as you can see, the colors change. More reasons why I cannot use my save on the laptop to stream it for you guys. Because as you see, this change. The whole screen evolves and changes with every new route you finished. So it will be a big as a spoiler from the get-go. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there. And we are going to start race route next time. Thanks everyone for coming today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had fun. Thankies. Next time it will be a longer stream. Probably around 3 hours. Or more, if I can. But yeah. Well done to this thing, no problem. Thanks everyone for coming. Okay then. Yeah, I cannot show anything else. Okay. Bye. See you in 2 days on the purple platform that I cannot name because I may get the other one. But yeah. Bye. What did you say?